Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict in Holland. It's right now 25 minutes past 9. We are at the Adapt headquarters. I'm gonna knock at the door and see who's there. Ah, it's so cold. Obviously we've done this before, so he's coming with a microphone. Hey, I haven't seen him in so long!
Come in.
In this little section of the proms.
Oh my god. It's proper cold.
Your friend that is freezing out.
Come on! We can't let anyone die to make this video. No bodies were harmed in the making of this. Okay,
welcome.
So if you just started following this channel now, this may be new for you. Well, this is new for everyone. But almost 4 years ago.
4 years.
I visited you and you were in a different place.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, so before we were located in The Hague, and basically that was our house that we converted to the Adapt workshop. So we have, at the time we had 3 locations. So we had our house, which was the office, and then we had the location where the CNC machining was done, also in the Netherlands. And then there's another facility next to that one where we make like all the leather stuff and the carbon basically. And that was all because of my previous job that we got to do this.
Yeah. We explained it in the last video.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to do that, they need to go watch it.
Yeah, and then, but basically with Corona and everything,
you start living it big time now.
Yeah, now we have the bags of money and whatever. No, it was always a plan to be like a more exclusive environment for the customer, but also with Superleggera, which was a project I started after you came over. It really like made a new segment to the brand. For this, we needed a new workshop where I could work only dedicated basically on those types of
This is
skates.
actually quite interesting. Sorry to interrupt, but a lot of people, it was cool because the Superleggera, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not trying to shine here or anything, you presented it also on this YouTube channel on the last...
You were the first...
on the last Winter Clash we did something like that.
Exactly.
That was 2020 when you presented it.
Yeah.
And you said that you were going to make every single one of those skates.
Yeah. So that was the goal, and we did. So yeah, that's my passion project, I would say. Not that the other ones are not my passion, but it's become bigger than I can fully like contain it. Yeah, and with Superleggera, I found a way to still be very exclusive and yeah, for the customer build stuff.
For someone that didn't understood yet, or someone that doesn't know Peter, Peter is like one of those people that he likes to collect very exclusive things. He loves cars, he loves
diamonds. I like diamonds.
Of course, me too. Don't tell anything about. No, the thing is like he likes motorcycles. He likes like fast motorcycles, fast cars. So the product that you're about to see, if you've never seen anything about this brand, is like the reflection of someone with that type of passion. Yeah. When you mix like that passion with skating.
Yeah, it's when I was a kid, I always I liked cars, I liked motorbikes, but my passion was skates. So it was like very hard to mix those together.
That's when you make electric skates.
Yeah. Or with a V12 engine.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Yeah, so basically this is the area where customers can come and visit, and then mostly...
Under appointment only, right?
On appointment only, yeah, because we're working most of the time and we cannot show everything to everybody.
This guy made an appointment then?
He made an appointment, yeah, he's a customer.
Look at the style, he looks like a happy customer.
He had coffee made by me, so it's good. No, so we have, basically this is our, the leather collection. They're like a hybrid carbon soft boot skate that we have been producing from the moment we basically started, which actually
this is like the original.
This is the original one. This is number 1, the Ben Harmanus 1. And below this is the first GTO we ever produced, and then below that is the very first Superleggera that was sent to the US, got lost during COVID, and then a year later magically appeared back on my doorstep.
It should have showed up at my place. It never showed up at my place.
But this is a new collection for 2023. We have, for the first time, white GTO.
That's funny, because then you have like, I remember you had the white skate before, but that was a vegan skate.
Vegan, yeah.
So it's the first time that you have a non-vegan.
Exactly, yeah. So the leather manufacturer that is based in Holland as well. We like to source all our materials from.
So they use the white part of the cow for these and the black part.
Exactly. Only white cows and black cows, yeah. Or the spots, we cut those out. That's not how it works, but anyway.
No, by the way, this is a joke.
It is a joke, yeah. No, but the manufacturer, like, when we started Adapt, we asked, can we do white? Because mostly it's like people want black skate or white skate. And he always said no. And we were like, okay, so it's not possible. And then at one point I was at a racing event, and I saw like something similar on the shoes, and I said like, it must be possible, right? And before he said like, because of the chemicals, it doesn't work. You will get a natural look, but not a white. Yeah. So after COVID, I was like, just gonna try one more time. Called them up and I was like, hey, do you have white? And I said, yeah, how much do you need? Like, okay.
That's like skates in the past. No, it's not possible to make skates with other colors because of the shrinking and the plastics and the additives that you put to make them. Nowadays, it's not possible. Look at that. It
doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, it's a GTO. This is like the Hyperskate boot. Has like
we're gonna get in depth with like these both designs. There will be a different video where we get in depth about that.
So this is all the Hyperskate products, and we have the Wizard type Brutale, which is like a more aggressive skate converted for a big wheel setup. Then we have our Quattro frames, which I'm really proud of that we designed this system ourselves. That's
you can see there's like Quattro.
It's a bridge on
Un, dos, tres, cuatro.
Exactly. So, and most of our names are related to cars or bikes. So the
is Quattro for in Italian?
No, it's actually from Audi, who made like the Quattro system. And Brutale is MV Agusta, the brand, motorcycle brand that I love. So yeah, so most of our products are related to bikes.
And what do we have there?
Something special. So
by the way, just so that you understand, as I was just saying, we are going to make videos specifically about each one of these collections, the one that you just saw and the one that you're about to see now. So if you want to see those, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now let's see what else we got here.
So this is basically the masterpiece corner. The Superleggera was our first masterpiece, and 1 year delay, there was no skate for 1 year, but people kept asking for it. So we had to step up our game with like the molds and make it more refined and more perfect. So last year we had Superleggera SP, which again was like a very good seller for us and got us like way closer to some customers.
How many you make? How many skates you made?
We only made 25 of the SP, and of the very first one we also made 25 because we never want to make it grow very big.
10,000 euros a skate? How much does that cost?
Yeah, I would just be too much for me. But like the boot only is a price range between 1,350 depending on what you take.
And how much time you spend on it.
Exactly, and it can go up if you want.
Like what's the most expensive?
The most expensive one is above the 6,000.
With
euro.
gold and all that, right?
Yeah. And that's something that's more like passion, like ultra passion project.
I know what you're thinking right now. I'm going to make you one single question. How many of your friends have a bike that costs less than 500 bucks? That's all.
Yeah.
It's weird for a lot of people watching this, but at the end of the day, Peter has been working on a niche. So it's a very unique, exclusive skate. And you're able to do whatever you want with it. Yeah. You actually, and you're about to see that, because what he's about to show us, it's mind-blowing.
For Superleggera, it's like we produce our own molds in-house. We do all the engineering and the technical aspect. We do everything in-house. I hand build the carbon shell, I hand paint it, I do everything. We make the lining. You can show this here.
This is insane because
yeah, it looks when
gosh,
you
how much how heavy do you think this is? How many grams? -1.
It's 15 grams.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's very light.
It's just like
This is a sample. We like I normally if I want to check how the weave will be, so we make a half shell basically just to check how the weave will be, and then on this we try different paints and stuff, or on the inside how it works with the layers and stuff. So yeah,
so lightweight. It's even hard to. And
yeah. This is basically this is how close the liner fits, but you have to check it out with like. There has to be a bit of space, of course, but this is just made to fit exactly the shape of the lining, basically. Yeah.
Insane.
So with this, everything is like literally. But yeah, we will go into detail.
And I know that you are spotting these and these. That's another thing to talk about.
Yeah,
later.
exactly. So there's a lot to go through, and we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do it on a
together.
separate video.
Yeah, but this is our corner for the.
Okay,
yeah.
so let's see what else you got to show us, because that's the.
We have these nice things that Koen makes. He's a good friend of ours. He is actually the best man at my wedding when we got married in Vegas. And he makes all the artwork these days.
You don't have a real wedding?
No. We're still working on the paperwork, actually. So
it's just for you to get the visa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to come and stay here. I wanted Olga her money, and that's No, but yeah, this is just the area for the customers, and we can do like a coffee. We have like some folders that they can check out here, and some candy, of course. Let's come to the private section, which is basically Olga's workplace over here. So you come in. So yeah, we're a lot of preparations for Winter Clash time and new collection basically. So that means like we have to make a lot of stock for Adapt is a big word, because we mostly do on order, but to relieve the tension a bit of the first month when everybody wants it, we make a bit of stock just to make sure that the normal sizes can be sold directly and people don't have to wait that long. So yeah.
Look this here. This is going to be something that we're going to be talking about soon. Very proud of this guy right here.
Yeah, we don't know who's that from, but
I don't know who that's from too. But another very interesting thing. Look right here. You'll see this, and then just look at these images. And then in a couple of minutes, you'll see something very cool about this.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So basically, yeah, Olga works here. There's a nice view of the outside. The garden gets some sun here as well. Here is all the parts that we need to put the skates together, basically. So we have like our standard things like the sole plate. I like to be organized, so
yeah, I can see.
Yeah, you cannot work properly if it's.
Go to my office.
No, for me everything needs to be labeled. I need to know where everything is in order to make sure that the customer gets like a good experience as well, and not a lot of mistakes are made. That's a collaboration.
That's what a pro skate looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's something for a different thing. Like, let's skip it.
Yeah. But it's Adapt is always, if one of our riders has different sponsors, we like to make sure that everybody is represented. And with this project, it really got to like the high point of representation.
Different wheels. It hasn't been done in a long time. I had a conversation with Mark Corti a couple days ago where we were talking about the ideal skate that came with crowd control,
the eulogy wheels,
and then the Dominic Segona that came with physics frames and rain liners.
It's very hard to do and to work with everybody
because it's different groups. Everyone created their own brands to make.
I have to say, because of the people that are really passionate within these brands, it was easy. I emailed Lawrence. He was amazing. He was like, okay, yes. And Red Eye was just, Buck from Red Eye was just, yes. It was a no-brainer. So everybody knew a year in advance. So we all got to work and really came out with a nice product.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have the... and you hear that all the time. We have the. I like everything to be like tidy in the shop, so that's why we have everything that is like, for example, the wheels. Maybe you can check it out here. Yeah, I want everything to be closed. So.
Oh, that was another Pro Skate.
That was the Julian Baugh Pro Skate that we worked with him on with the Win wheels. And yeah, now I'm stuck with selling his stock for him, but it's all good.
I may buy you a set of those.
Oh yeah, or wait at Winter Clash, they're cheaper over there.
Okay.
Like we have all the wheels, different sizes. We keep everything in here, and then most of the other stock. This is for taking it and then putting it all together. The frames, we have like all the aluminium frames. They're all like. We like to keep it neatly packed, so yeah. We have all the different types. I think Olga, we have 17 types of frames. 17? Yeah. And people still want more.
Is there more than 17
Do you
skaters?
have one where this is this?
Look, I don't have 17 skaters in the region or Portugal where I live. So. Yeah. But I have more than 17 frames, so.
Yeah. Well, these are all like different sizes, and yeah, it's hard to. Now we want to stick and not with this and not go too crazy because there's a lot of stuff on the market.
So, you can make little adjustments. But
exactly, but yeah, I like to keep like a certain style, and I think 17 at this point is enough. So yeah, let's go to my place.
Now that's where it's about to get interesting, because the last video we made, we've seen the part where you guys work and all that, but this is where it starts getting interesting.
So this is basically my workshop. I had like a long process of thinking what I want, and first we thought about what I needed more space, but actually it works better if you have all the workplaces combined in one, because with Superleggera I only make 4 to 5 a month maximum, and that's also for this year. There's a build slot system.
So if someone wants the skates, they need to get into one of those building slots, and they know in advance when the skate is going to be delivered.
Yeah, exactly, because then it gives me less stress. Last year we didn't have those build slots. We just had orders in the beginning of the year. We said, okay, we want to make this amount of skates, but they were sold out in I think a week. And then the issue was people were waiting on their skates, but I had so many orders directly. Yeah, it took me a long time because I cannot do.
People then, because they spend a certain amount of money, they expect to be.
The nice thing is, it's a Superleggera customer. They know it's like a passion project, so everybody kept me like do my own thing. But this year we want to make sure that the customer knows when I start and then when it's finished, and then it's more transparent.
So if someone wants to buy a pair of Superleggera now, when are they getting it?
If you want to, at this point, I think you have to wait 8 months now to get your pair.
After this video is going to go to 12.
Yeah, maybe. But I think that's the nice thing with Superleggera. It's not like. These days everything is on demand. You order it, if you don't have it the next day you're complaining, right? So it's Adapt and Superleggera, it's going a step back where you're waiting, the excitement of everything, and then you open the box.
So it's not going to be on Amazon?
No, not yet. That's next year. Next year we do this.
You create that.
Yeah, I'm making a machine where you can just like do this and the skate comes out. So yeah.
The clever.
Exactly. So yeah, we have, this is basically the the part where we do the sanding, the preparation of the mold before we do the carbon. So a lot of preparations are needed, like coatings need to be inside so the carbon doesn't stick. We use pre-preg carbon, so it gets like cured on like a very hot temperature, not like a wet lay, which is basically carbon with your own resin in it. So we work with a more precise type of carbon for these skates. And I just have all the tools I need. I don't need a lot more. Have some motivational things, emails that get me excited. Yeah, people that like the product and send something. Me when I was very young with my nephew. This is from Russell Day. So it's supposed to be lucky when you get a $2 bill. So Russell gave me one. I had to buy it from him for 20. So no. But yeah, this is like to give you like an idea. This is how they come out of a mold, for example. This is like a carbon shell. It needs a lot of work. So it never comes out of a mold. Just, yeah, it needs to be deburred, sanded, cut out at some pieces, drilled. All these pieces need to be cut out. There's mounting plates inside. Everything is done by hand.
It's like 4 or 5 days on the skate?
Yeah, if I would do one skate, it's 4 weeks.
Okay, but because you you have like 5 skates and then you're like
yeah. Well, I try to organize it more. So then week 1 is shells. So I make the shells. Week 2 is sanding and then the finishing of the shell. And then from week 3 I start on the lining. And then basically the last week, week 4, is putting everything together, which takes more time than you would think, because it's all like hand fitted and stuff. So we have the ovens here. There's like the vacuum hoses that go through the oven. They look small, they're very expensive because I didn't want vacuum pumps with oil. So basically these work without any oil.
like dry
particle
sucker or something like that?
Yeah, but that's why they're also very expensive because
what do you call very expensive? I'm sorry, I have no idea. Sorry about this question, but I'm like...
These are around 4,000 for one, so yeah, quite a lot of money. And then, yeah, basically we have here we have our lasts, which we use for the lining. We wrap it in so they don't get damaged.
Of course.
But here we hand draw all the lines on it that we need.
So you know exactly where to cut.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is this. Here all the molds are in it. I'm not gonna show it.
Okay, it's all good. One question: the liners also made in house?
Yeah. I make the liners myself. This is my carbon workshop. So here I sit, listen to some music, and then I'm just sitting here with the molds, putting all the carbon in. I'll show the carbon later. And we have one, this is all with oil. This is if I'm using the bag for compression, then I can do it here just for pre-compression, and then it goes to the oven.
You wear black.
Yeah.
What music do you listen when you're making carbon?
I actually listen to a lot of, what is it, from movies? Where it's
soundtracks?
Yeah, actually I like those where it's just like very relaxing. I don't want it to be like very loud or anything. So everything you see in the level videos that we do, it's similar to that stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, because like when you make something as precise, I couldn't imagine like whoa.
No, it's almost like towards more classical, but then
that's what I would think.
Exactly.
But like someone look at you like wearing all black, and if they have that idea of rock and roll and whatever, so imagine someone just going with like painted black.
So what you said earlier, the liners are made. Well, they're actually like a skeleton type liner because they're not just a liner. They have their own stability. Yeah. So they're made with a fiber inside. But everything is made on this one. I really love this machine. I converted it because normally you work with your feet. I was trained to work with by hand, which is it's more difficult, but I was trained by this. So I do every stitch like this by hand so I can control it. Because with, for example, just let me, do I have one of those liners? I'll take that one out. It's probably hard. But for the seam here, this is triple stitched. Only you don't see it because I go in every stitch, in every tiny hole. Like
okay,
again.
you need to make sure it goes into the exact same hole, so you don't.
Yeah.
Because by making more holes, you'd create like weak points or something like that?
Yeah, exactly, and it doesn't look as nice. So
okay, of course.
so it takes a longer time to...
Of course, to be as precise.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it when you're 60 or 70?
Yeah, the same thing. Well, I'll just have nice glasses.
Okay. Not like mine, because I can't see shit. Let me clean, because that may be the reason.
Yeah. So basically, this is where we do the liner. It's maybe hard to vision it, but now there's no production going on because it's like the pre-production. We're making everything in advance. To give you like an idea, this is like the fibers. We're cutting these to size, and then everything is done by heat. But we have everything ready. Here we have like the foams that we just cut out like this. So I don't like to work with templates that are made on a computer. I tried it, and I really like to work with just like where I can build it with my hands.
Feel it.
Because otherwise you have the template, it's cut out, and then if something needs to be different, I can manage it, you know. And so I cut all my sheets to this size, and then I can make whatever on the lining.
You told me something very interesting before this video, which is, you were saying now there's no production line, but you also told me that if there was one thing that the pandemic teach you was to not work 12 months per year.
Yeah.
So you told me that you're working 10 months.
10, yeah. So I'm actually working 11, and actually the days when I'm off, I'm working in here.
Yeah, that's normal.
But it's 10 months I work on Superleggera, and then I have 1 month where all the ideas I came up with during the year or during skating or whatever, that I try to work out.
Towards development.
Yeah, for development. So
sorry for making this question. Do you make that month in a row, or you spread that month throughout the year?
No, it's actually 1 month. So we have the build slots, that takes up the time, and then I have a month in the winter, and then like the 1st January as well. So it's 2 months following each other that I'm free.
One for development and the other one for sanity.
Yeah. But like this time we went, our holiday was to San Diego to film with Sam for his pro skate. And so that's, so this is, it's not too big, but that's what I need. Like I have everything here. From like the eyelids, I have this small machine because I like to work manual. The other workshop has a machine that does this. Yeah. I want to make sure that every single one is good.
And do you update the customers about like the state of the skate?
No.
Can you imagine? I put one.
Yeah. You get an update on your phone, like.
You need to put like a camera and like I'm working on your skate. You're watching it live stream.
A lot of customers ask, but it's something we cannot do. It's me and Olga. It's too much work, and I want to be in the zone. You know, when I'm making skates, I'm not doing anything else. To also do pictures and updates, and then people have questions again. It's nice if they get the result and at their doorstep and be like, oh wow. So this is where we keep the carbon. So I don't know if you know about pre-preg carbon, but it should be stored in a freezer, and then basically you have to like defrost it, and then you can work with pre-preg. So just gonna show you small.
You don't need to put like different resins and all that stuff, right?
No, this is all like
made already.
Yeah. And that's why it's also very expensive. But resin ratio on this carbon is 99.8% accurate. If you do it yourself with resins, you might get a 70% accurate rate. And a lot of times with this, you don't have to check if there's like bubbles or holes.
Is it 100% carbon, or use a mix of carbon with Kevlar or something like that?
The Superleggera is 100% carbon. It does have reinforcements on the mountings, I can actually show that.
So that someone knows, like when you're buying a carbon skate, a lot of times you're buying a carbon skate with mostly carbon fiber, that the only outside layer is carbon.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people don't know about that, and they're like, oh, why is there a carbon skate that costs 200 and the other one that costs 700?
Exactly, yeah.
If you look at the inside of the skate, if it's all black, usually it's all carbon.
Yeah, or it's glass, and the glass fiber let the black.
Or they can put 2 layers of carbon, and the middle one is.
So these are inside of the Superleggera in the shell. It is tricky to put aluminium in carbon because basically there is a process where it doesn't stick to aluminium, and if it corrodes, basically it will it will not detach. Like it will detach.
Do you need to put another layer of carbon above?
We actually have our own like resin sheets that we put this in the aluminium, so it's basically full of resin. The resin will stick, and then the carbon is on top of that.
Okay.
Basically.
So then people don't see it, but it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the stuff that you would never know if. Just so, most of these things, yes, you did came from the ice skating industry.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things that you are showing us here, it's a completely different process, right?
It is.
Was that a trial and error type of learning?
So when I was a kid,
because you can't learn, you can't just go on Google.
There is not a school to learn this. When I was 11, I made up my mind. I want to do skates. My mom said, "Great,
great.
Go to school. How fast you want to do it? And there is no school to learn all this stuff. So you need to learn with experience." I went through all stages basically in my life, from jobs to other jobs, to get to the point where I could manufacture it myself. Even then, with the ice skating, I was not happy with how it worked because it was old school techniques. Sure, it's carbon, but there's different ways of how you make something. So I was not happy with, and at that point I was even thinking of going into the car industry because I was excited by the technologies. I actually worked with some sport car manufacturers, and then I decided, no, I still want to make skates.
And working for someone, I can only imagine someone with the will for new technology and new ideas. To work for someone is never easy.
No.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of, you're not the first person that I see that work at a brand and they have so many ideas and they get frustrated for their ideas.
The way it worked with the speed skate company was really great, sort of, because they let me do my own thing. I was hired there just to be me and develop. And that's what I did. And that's why it worked for such a long time. So yeah, let's continue with the tour. And so we have upstairs as well. It doesn't look as how do you say it, nice, because it's more like a functional area. I sit here doing the emails. Yes, I email everybody myself, so it's a lot of work, but I like to do it. And I just sit here doing my own, like all my stuff on here. Also like the cat drawings and stuff. I work together with Yellow on that. I also like to do some stuff for that as well. Okay, so let's go up.
Let's go.
I didn't put my brace on, so I'm a bit faster today.
Not everyone can be like me, like super fit.
We have always, everywhere in the area, we have Sam looking at me to make sure I do my work
properly. You better do my skate right.
Exactly. So yeah, this is the upstairs. Fun fact, this used to be like a wheat plantation because we're so close to all the borders. It was perfect for that. It wasn't mine, but yeah, when we started out here, we had
I can see it in your eyes.
I have to make a living.
What do your eyes say?
They're all red because of the cold.
Oh, okay.
No, but we had to redo everything here because this was actually like the plantation. We have everything for the boxes, something not a lot of people understand. When you run a company, you have always cardboard everywhere. So yeah, and we don't put it in the insoles like other companies. We use it for actually for the boxes.
Okay.
So yeah, Olga's actually printing all the heat mold bags herself and the t-shirts. We don't need a lot, so we work very simple, but everything is made by Olga. Yeah, we have the stock of like the socks and everything is in here. For stock of the
What's headwear?
foams,
Just beanies?
Yeah, just beanies.
Here's your opportunity, Basti. The man needs to buy a beanie from you.
Ah, yeah. Well, you can choose one over there.
Wait, let's get this. Get a beanie.
Yeah.
Live.
The pink one will, yeah. I really like the pink one. Quality is better on those, yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Is that what you're gonna get? I can't. No, you're not.
It's perfect.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, they're all carbon fiber weaves and...
Die ist doch das eine geile Farbe.
Go with black. Just. Look at this guy. Is he really doing this?
Stealing. See? Perfect.
Black, every time black.
So,
I transfer you the 10,000 euros later.
you can come work here for putting the boxes and everything.
By the way, you're saying that, like, would you ever imagine having someone else working here with you?
I'm starting to think about it if I want to teach somebody, or I'll just take it to my grave. I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really decided, but I am kind of working on it. It is hard to find somebody with the passion that I had as a small kid and that kept me going all the time. It's hard to find that
you'll never find a person that wants to do work on your brand. You understand what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but maybe in the end I don't know. I don't know where time will take me, but for now I'm not done. So it's me.
So for now, the best thing you can do is watch this video till the end to learn.
Yeah, exactly. So the way we work and always have worked is I don't want to overstock anything. I don't like working with having big quantities. So every company we work with, they know what we do. We work on very like small volumes because otherwise it doesn't make any sense for us. So when we buy foam or anything like the leather, it's like actually like we buy 1 or 2 hides, depending on the GTOs are different. But for Superleggera or Super Veloce, the new one, we always just stock what we need for one run of skates basically per month, and then we restock. Yeah, I don't like wasting. I want to make sure everything is proper.
Super Veloce speed one?
Super Veloce is the UFS Superleggera basically. Yeah. So yeah, we work a bit over here. Then we have for the bags, for the vacuum, we work with these. We have the breather, we have the lining materials over here. These are all boxes with our history and samples. So there's a lot in there because it goes further than you can see the table.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I can just pick out a random one, and then it's samples from last year. We keep one skate of every year of the model. We keep one for the future basically. Yeah, and as a reminder what we already did. We have the molds, very first molds we made for Superleggera, which were really expensive, all CNC machined. So yeah, we keep everything, or we try to. Mostly from every step we try to keep one. With the frames as well. I think here we have yeah, we have like pieces like a red frame we made. This is the very first print of a design we made, and then by then the printing was not as good. So we had to do like half sides and stuff like this. We have the first sample of like working with the aluminium where it was CNC machined to get the dimensions of bolts right and everything. So yeah, we like to keep that all here. Sometimes it's nice to go back to see what we already did.
And when it's not working, or what the skaters in general don't want today, they may want it in 5-10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or you may just realize that the direction you're going in 3-4 years is not what you wanted. But if you can go down it every single step, it's like if you're on Photoshop and you can go down like 5 steps. Go back to that.
Yeah. So here we have our own private garage.
Yes, the images that you just saw, I told you, you will see how that it's done. Those first ones were actually on the real garage?
First picture. So with Adapt, with the product pictures, we always try to look for something different, something nice that we like. In the beginning, we did like outside spots and then made the pictures over there. So we never did like the actual white background pictures for our products.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. And then at one point we started doing underground garages. And we really liked it, only it was always during winter that we make the product pictures. So we were freezing in those underground garages, and at one point I think Adrian was with us and he was just like, oh, this is too cold, you know, and we had to still do some hours of work, and we always have to fill up the car with all the products. Oh, you forgot something, you have to go back. So we just came up with, why don't we just do like a replica of the floor?
Our own garage.
Exactly. So yeah, we got like very expensive paint, so it's the same feeling as the garage.
Yeah, and, of course, I can imagine that.
All the budget goes.
And it had to go through like these million processes. And
this is...
there's gold and diamond underneath.
Otherwise, it's not stable, so we need it for the pictures. Anyway, so here Olga makes the pictures now. So we have our setup, we have our marking, so it's always sort of the same.
I got it.
Yeah, and then this is...
It continues!
It continues. Come in.
I'm allergic to work.
To work. Yeah, so this is actually a very small area, but I don't need a lot. Plus, we need to be able to heat this area to a certain type of degree because of we do the paint work here for the Superleggera. We also do the carbon sanding in here. Carbon is not good; it's very toxic. So we actually work in here with...
Can I put my hands in it?
Yeah, sure.
I always wanted to do this, sorry.
That works as well. This is how I start my day. Yeah, so we do the sanding of the carbon here, some rough sanding if it's needed over here, but it sucks it away basically, and then we can throw that out. And then here we normally place the shells just like that one, but that's one that we do all the coatings on to check if the paint is good.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yesterday you told me something very cool that people may not have an idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes you spend a couple of days on something.
Yeah.
And
Superleggera, the further we're along in the process, the more stressful it gets. With the normal skate, with the Nubuck and the leather, oh, something drops, even on a table, you're fine, you know, you can dust it off. Superleggera, it is very tough, but still the idea
whoever
of
buys it wants like a
pristine one. Yeah, so when you did the shell, you already put in work, you sanded it, it's prepped, you do the logos, and then you have to do this. If then the paint is not
like a spray
refined,
paint or something.
if the spray of the paint is not good, you basically have to start over. You have to let it dry, sand it all off.
So then what you do is you just come here, just like...
I have this one, I test the spray, so basically we have like the different spray guns. Yeah, we just test it out and then see if the paint is good and it flows basically. So it doesn't have the dots on it. Yeah, and then yeah, we just check. We have all our paints in there that we keep. I'm not gonna show those because it's a brand we work with, and that's some of the info. But we have this is actually like a wall that sucks everything, all the chemicals and stuff. Yeah, and this is basically yeah, everything is here built for Superleggera purpose or Super Veloce. And yeah.
So when someone is spending a minimum of 1,350 euros, that's all the work that people don't know, all the investment that has been done, and it's been done.
Yeah.
And it's done on a daily basis.
Yeah.
for people to get that skate.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
justifies for a lot of people what they don't understand.
It is very cheap, actually. Some customers even pay more just because of like they know. Some people that know, they just pay more because it is, yeah, we're always in between like what can we ask or what, but if you would calculate the hours, I'm working almost below minimum wage for that type of skate. So that's why it's a passion project. So the people that get it, it's like the first Bugatti Veyron, they sold without making profit on the skate, on the car, basically because of all the development work that went into it.
How many years are you going to need until the point that it's actually optimized enough to make money? When that time comes, knowing you, that time will never come because you always want to change things.
I'm already on the, I don't know, we have a way of how we can sustain everything and how we can work, where me and Olga are really smart and precise about that. So it works already because, we don't spend all the money in stock or we don't spend all the money into materials lying around here. So, we're smart in that way. So Superleggero was sustainable from the first pair, actually, because we have other things. Not everything is on one project, so we have different projects going on. And sometimes aggressive needs money, sometimes the hyperskate needs money. So it's basically because we have that amount of product, it goes a bit of everywhere, and there's always one maintaining another part from Adapt, basically.
Let me make you a question. If you would look at the whole Adapt project, you started as an aggressive skate brand, you evolved into something more like a lot big wheels. If you'd look at your results, would you say that it's 50-50? It's like way more from the big wheels, way more from the small wheels?
It is more of the big wheel than the aggressive. I have to say the aggressive market has been very supportive. It's not the easiest market, but it has been supportive. So from the start, when it was only aggressive, it was okay, it was good. And then now it's grown over the years, so it's bigger than what it was before.
So should we just go down and finish this?
I think this was the tour.
So the cool thing is, if you guys remember at the beginning of the video to ask yourself how many friends of yours have bikes that cost less than 500 euros, now they can put it on the equation and kind of like understand what I mean by that. Like
it's with skating, you know, the pricing of a product, it's like it's not just a skate, it's the work behind it. And if you're into not mass production, there's a lot of work into every piece, you know. And so it's a fine line on pricing.
So we cannot finish this video with this background. We need to finish the high-end brand video with a high-end background. Come on. Who do we have here now?
Oh, my trusty employee. Get to work.
Okay. So here we go. Back at this line. Look at the boss. He can skate too. The boss can skate.
That's crazy. What a crazy guy.
And that is it. So
that's it,
we're going to keep making videos. We're going to make videos on the different collections that you've seen throughout this video. But today, that's what we had to show you, which is like something I think I'm very excited and very happy and very thankful, grateful for the opportunity to allow me to see these and also to allow me to share with the people that watch these videos.
You're welcome.
Of course, we all know that it's also good for you, but not everyone is willing to show something like this. So thank you very much.
Just gonna put you out in the cold now. You can leave.
And let me see if Peter even watches the videos. And like I always say, just subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All those things. And don't forget why we all started skating. You know why?
I have no idea. Money.
Because all of the money. I know he knows. I know he knows. He watches the videos. I know he does. Come on, tell me why.
I'm drawing a blank here because it's fun.
Yeah!
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And yeah, see you on the next one. Cheers.